Hello and welcome, I'm Robin from DxO, and in this video we look at what's new in PhotoLab 7. The first enhancement to mention is to the renamed colour and black and white rendering panel in the colour group. Here we find two new icons which we can use to switch between colour and black and white processing. When I select the black and white icon, I can choose between different types of conversion in the drop-down. With the first option I have 4 different renderings, including 3 new that I can choose from. If I like a rendering but find that it's too strong, I can reduce its intensity. These are generic black and white renderings, but I also have film options. This displays a list of film emulsions which I can select from the rendering drop-down. There are some great choices in the list, but what you see depends on whether you have Film Pack installed or not. A black and white rendering probably isn't right for this image, so let's switch back to colour. Managing colour is central to producing good photography, but it can be difficult at times. One way that PhotoLab helps is through the different colour renderings we can choose. Another is by ensuring colour accuracy through the new custom calibration profile creator. To use this feature, you need to have a colour calibration target like the one in this image. It's also only available when editing a RAW file. We can then select the profile creator using the icon to the bottom of the panel. Once enabled, we select the type of chart in the photo from the list of supported charts. Now I can click and drag with my mouse to draw the overlay onto the chart. This needs to be positioned accurately, so I can click and drag the corners to ensure it lines up with the target. Then we click the Save and Apply button and enter the name of the profile to create. This produces an accurate colour representation from the RAW file. The new profile is automatically applied to the RAW file and added to the rendering drop-down. It's then available to be applied to other images taken with this camera at the same time. The next new feature that I want to share is support for Luts. Luts are a special type of file that translates the colour in an image to new colours. They're used a lot in the movie industry to create special effects, but they are also perfect for colour grading photography. You will find the new LUT panel in the colour group. Here we can choose between 17 different LUTs that come with PhotoLab. When I select one of the LUTs, you can see its effect on the image, which transforms the mood. If you find this is too strong, you can reduce the intensity slider. There's also an option to import third-party LUTs that you've purchased or created. When I select this, we see a file dialog where I can select the folder and any LUT files saved in the cube format. The LUT is then imported, applied to the image and added to the drop-down for future use. The way that we apply and work with local adjustments has also changed in PhotoLab 7. To apply a local adjustment to an image, we first select the local adjustment group. We then see the local adjustment tools as a set of icons along the top. There's also a new luminosity selection option which is available when you have Film Pack 7 installed. When I add a control point to the woman in this photo, it appears in the mask list. I can then adjust the control point sensitivity to light and colour using the Luma and Chroma sliders. After that, I can make my adjustments to the selection. Let's use the controls to brighten and warm the area around the woman. If I then add a graduated filter to select the sky, it's added as a second mask in the mask list. You can also see that the adjustment controls have been reset. Each mask in this list has its own set of controls, allowing you to adjust it separately to the other masks. Let's select the control point mask again because I want to show you another new feature. We now have the exclusive DxO color wheel, a powerful and intuitive HSL adjustment control in every mask we add. This gives us complete control over the colour in the selected area rather than it being applied globally across the frame. Along the top of the control, we see the colour ranges we can target, or we can select the white disk which applies our adjustments to all the colours of the selection. Another new feature is the addition of a vibrancy slider when adjusting all colours. This produces natural looking colour enhancements, and you'll find that it's also been added to the global HSL control. I'll select the oranges now so that you can see the colour target range on the colour wheel. We can then edit this by clicking and dragging the points with our mouse. Then when I adjust the saturation and luminance, it's those colours that are changed. Now you're ready to begin using these new features to enhance your photography. If you have any questions, feel free to visit our website dxo.com.